across the room, and I feel like I'm about to explode. And I clench my hands tight, so I won't unleash it too soon. Give to me when I am old, and I'll wrap you up, and we play hide and seek. And my heart rate climbs up above 130, and I wanna help you reach it, reach your peak. 'Cause you told me that you like to get dirty. You're dirty and I like that, and it's just for me. You're dirty and I like that.
Hey, hi, you guys!
You're dirty and I like that.
Oh my god, I think I forgot my underwear in his car last week. What if his dad finds them?
Damn, maybe I should ask him to get them back. Or wait, isn't his dad the headmaster at school? Oh my god!
I'm the cool kid from the pocket. I'm the one calling all the shots.
Oh,
Whether
man.
you're ready or not. I'm the
Hey,
two
my
pants,
God.
drop. Go left, go right, waking up my appetite. No fork, no knife, having dinner with my eyes. So sweet, so nice, have a slice of apple pie. Wanna see my mind, baby, you just tryna ride. Getting ready for the weekend.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of views.
Popping bubbles through.
Yeah, there's something fun about meeting, your people in the cruise community. It's just amazing how you feel like you're already friends, even though you've never met.
This is the life I make. I don't need a holiday to make me feel this way. Listen up, take a chance. You can sing, you can dance, you can live like there's no tomorrow. Give it time and you'll find there's a rule, there's a rhyme. Move along and the rest will follow. I want you to know. Oh yeah, we shine like stars. Oh yeah, we shine like stars. Like what are we waiting for? It seems we still want more. No one can take away the dreams we have today. Yeah, you can go with the flow, don't you see, don't you know there's a light, let it burn inside you. You can shout, let it out, not a care, not a doubt, this is it, let the moment guide you. I want you to know. Oh yeah, we shine like stars. Oh yeah, we shine like stars. Like we shine like stars. We shine like stars. We shine like stars. We shine. Here we go now. We shine like stars. We shine.
Good evening, shipheads. It's another Wednesday night ship show. And I'm just here to remind everybody that don't forget to book the Coop Cruise in 2025. It's going to be A, B, C, delicious, baby. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Bugah!
This is an outrage. I'm starting this show off with the Roosters rant. I can't take it anymore. Just kidding. How you doing, Larry?
Hey, good. How are you?
What are you doing? Are you cruising? What's going on?
Yep.
Well, Larry,
Carnival celebration.
Carnival celebration. I think that Kool and the Gang said it best when they said, "There's a party going on right here, a celebration in Larry's cabin, yeah. So bring your good times and your laughter too." Larry's gonna say, "I got it." Never mind. I was gonna say zippity doo, but you probably already took care of that business, didn't you?
That was earlier today.
I'll bet it was. Well, you know, there's always extra excitement. John looks like a retired drill sergeant with a raccoon on my shirt. I mean, come on. There's always extra excitement when one of the Coop is on the cruise. And, you know, we love it when people share their pictures, not their vlogs, trying to promote themselves, but their pictures of their cruises, because, you know, that's what our community is all about. Cruising and other things, right? And Larry, you've definitely done your part, and I appreciate that. And I can tell you this much. The hat wall behind you is starting to grow, and I like that.
Oh, that's the overflow.
The
main part is over that one.
Yeah, I believe it. Oh boy, I'm getting warnings over here. You're not receiving enough video to maintain whatever. Don't care. I just don't care. Don't care. I mean, we're going live. Larry's on board. I got a lot of things to say, a lot of questions for you. Well, first of all, what day of the cruise is it for you, Mr. Larry?
All right, this is day 4.
And what ports are you hitting?
Yesterday was the Cozumel. Today was one, I don't know, to Roatan. And tomorrow, Costa Maya.
All right, you're cutting out a little bit. Maybe step back a little bit from the camera. And if that doesn't work, we'll get a little bit closer. So what did you do in Cozumel?
Paradise Beach.
Paradise Beach. That's the old faithful of Cozumel for the Coop and Share It at Sea family. I like it. And what are you doing? What's interesting is that his video is better than normal, says Daniel Fields. I know. We may have to start using his damn iPhone for a video source, for crying out stinking daggone freaking loud. But Larry, I did find you. I found you the camera that we need to get. And I think you're going to like it because you can move around and it'll stay focused on you, but we'll talk about that later. What are you doing in Costa Maya?
I think we're just gonna get a taxi and go over to Crazy Lobster.
You cut out. You're going to get a taxi where?
Crazy Lobster.
There you go. There you go. No golf cart, eh?
No.
Okay, taxi's fine. Crazy Lobster's good. I don't care what anybody says. The Crazy Lobster is a legit place. Both times I've been there. I know some people have had other experiences, but for me, I say Crazy Lobster all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Thumbs up. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So, well, and what was the other port? I'm sorry, I forgot.
Today was Roatan. We just did Skyway over to the beach.
Okay.
It was good. It was really good.
All right. All right. So, which beach?
Hot. I mean, super hot.
What beach?
I may have gotten a...
Man, I don't know why you're cutting out. You're cutting out for sure. Oh, you know what it is, Larry? I know what it is,
What?
and I'm going to fix it. It's because I have you set up. You know what? I know exactly what it is, and I'm going to turn it off right now. I'll bet you don't cut out anymore. Could you do me a favor and do the Abraham Lincoln speech 7 years ago so I could just check?
That's about as far as I would get.
Okay, I think I fixed it. I had a filter on you from when you're at home to reduce background noise, but I got rid of that because, you know, I'm an expert. The same kind of expert who gets a knock at the door 5 minutes before the live stream. We'll just call it, Raccoon Gate, which is why I'm wearing this particular shirt. Larry, let me tell you. Last week I came home from work and I smelled the smell that was the smelliest of smells. And the dogs were very quick to direct me to the right path of the smell. And I found a dead raccoon curled up dead by our fire pit. And it was sad. It was sad. And the next morning, there was a post on Facebook that people in the neighborhood should watch out. There's raccoons acting strangely in the neighborhood. And so I commented on the post and said, hey, you know, I found a dead one in my yard. Well, within 10 minutes, 3 other people had commented that they too had also found dead raccoons in their yards. So we've determined, based on factual data from the health department, that rabies and other such diseases are extremely, extremely rare around here. Somebody's poisoning the raccoons. And my concern was, are they poisoning the raccoons or are they poisoning the food source? Anyway, long story short, I found another dead raccoon in my yard, and they're still acting weird. That's all I'm going to say. And right before the live stream, somebody came to the door asking questions about that. And if we had any more information. And while I was up there, my computer decided to restart and do an update. So, you know, Larry, you weren't the source of the lateness. Yeah, my lawn care products are doing it. Don't get me started. I'm telling you right now, don't get me started. I really don't want to get too, in depth on it, but, Larry, as you know, I am a avid golfer. Now, when I say avid, I don't mean good. But by God, I practice like a mofo, okay? I do, and it's slowly coming to the course. However, I did not play well this weekend. I played Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Each day, I was the first group off. Hold on a minute. What in the earth is that?
Oh boy.
Boy,
always something going on.
I am so glad that I got up when I did, because this is what she had in her mouth, my Apple Watch. But anyway.
Not good.
On Saturday morning, I said to myself, Self, you just played a decent round of golf and you beat your neighbor. I didn't play as good as I have been. I've been shooting in the low 80s, mid 80s. I shot high 80s, and that's not going to cut it these days. But anyway, I came home and I was working on my sprinkler project, switching out sprinkler heads to low flow. Long story. My goal was to finish my sprinkler project on Saturday. Wasn't much to do. However, I went to change the first sprinkler head and the coupling got stuck inside the fitting down below the ground, which forced me to dig up the yard. In the process, sand got into the system. Long story short, it took me from noon on Saturday until 7:30 p.m. Saturday to fix 3 sprinkler heads and clear a clog. Anyway, I finally got the lawn stuff done, and I am happy to report it took me Saturday, Sunday, and Monday every day after golf to get the lawn sprinklers fixed and working the way they need to be so there's no flooding and all that. I am happy to report that the grass that I planted has now started growing, and this lawn's going to be off the chisel, but that's not why everyone's here right now. We want deets, Larry. We want deets. But before we get the deets, I want to say hi to Marsha, Kevin Brubaker, Jocks Itch, Off the Chisel, Trevor Gleckler, Tess Almond is in the house. Luna, as you can see, she's here. Tess Almond is sitting here in the live chat. I've spent the whole week trying to figure out why someone posted a video of a dog with a lightning bug in their hair. And you posted a question mark. Why did you do that? What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, Tess, you gotta explain yourself. You just posted a question mark, and people wonder, why the heck would you do that? I need to know, Miss Tess. You're on the hot seat, girl. You're on the hot seat, baby. All right, Jamie Wilhite's here. Brian Schultz, how you doing, my friend? Glad to have you. Okay. I spent 2 seconds trying to figure that out. I was late and I didn't notice the bug. But hey, I got the sexy song, mission accomplished. See, that's the thing, Tess. Here's the thing. You made a post earlier about intelligent women. They stay single because they know what they want. And all I'm saying is, you gotta read and watch the post before you comment. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Daniel Fields is in the place. Scott McNeil all up in my feels. My dad's here, Larry. Did you know that?
Oh, no, I did not.
Sharon at Sea Travel, North America's travel agent, is here. Gina Bird is the word. Beth Ullinger is in the place. Lindy Lou! I cannot wait to be cruising with you on the Coop Cruise in 2025, going on the ABC Islands on the Carnival something or other. What ship is it, Larry?
Horizon.
Why was I drawing a blank
Horizon.
there? That's right. See the World with Chris, Sue O'Connor, Mike Cray, Daniel, and Nancy Fields. I can tell you this, Larry. Daniel and Nancy stayed home tonight. Ooh, good call, Daniel. AB Coop Cruise. Get it? ABC Coop. I like it. They tuned in tonight or stayed home tonight to see how it would work out with you as a guest on board the ship, so he could gauge what his experience would be trying to work on a cruise. So, Larry, I do have to say your video quality is stellar at the moment. And now that I got rid of that filter, you're not cutting out. So that's even better. Kevin Counts in the place. Paul Addis' pockets getting fatter, and so is his winter coat. In Fiji, it wasn't required. Where he is now, it's required. It's required, and he got it. I see Slinky Angle King in the place. What I've learned tonight, I should send my potential post to John for pre-approval. Oh, is that not ironic, Tess? That is hilarious. No, Tess, you be you. That's why we love you. But I got to give you crap. I got to give you crap because I get it. I get it too. But, Tess said the irony of it all. She's like, send me your stuff. I can check it for mistakes. You know what I'm saying? That's ironic. Don't you think? Todd Blount in the place already started printing golden Buddha roosters for the group cruise. Okay, Larry, let me tell you something. Todd Blount is the curator of the Golden Cock Award. Okay, he's the one who makes those for us. Life is good today in the place. Glad to have you. Woo! He came up with a great idea for the Coop Cruise, and tell me what you think, Larry.
All right.
Each individual person who's booked a room on the Coop Cruise will receive a miniature golden cock. Miniature, not the real one, miniature, but it'll have their cabin information on it as well. How about that? How's that for a keepsake?
Cool.
How's that for a great idea?
Very cool.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
Richard Zellner in the place. Tara Kelly. Listen to everybody saying poor Tess Almond. I give it how I get it. But I love you, Tess. Tess, what do you think of Kevin Brubaker saying he already has a miniature one? All right, enough of that. TX Papito in the place. All right, Larry, here's the first question I have for you. And if I missed you, please wave hi in the comments. Amy Elke's here. Larry, guess what? The Elke's told me today that they are in negotiations with none other than Sharon at Sea Travel to book the Coop Cruise 2025.
That's exciting news.
I mean, if you ask me, I mean, the only thing I could say is this.
Oh, would you look at this?
Yeah, well.
Would you?
You know what I'm saying? But, Larry, okay, I need to know, have you been on the Mardi Gras?
Yes.
Okay. The Brass Menagerie.
Magnolia.
That's it.
Magnolia.
Yes. The Brass Magnolia.
Yeah.
What is where the Brass Magnolia was?
It's the bar that it's based on Carnival's history. It's got the blueprints around. I can't recall now, but it's not. I don't care for it. That's just me. It's okay. I like the Brass Magnolia.
Yeah, the Brass Magnolia to me was kind of like the Alchemy Bar with a lot more class, if that makes any sense at all.
And more space. It does have more space around. The Alchemy Bar is just crowded, and there's a walkway through it. It's hard to get a seat in it.
Yeah. Yep.
So the big news, I believe, I found the pre-cruise.
Oh, dang it, Larry, you're cutting out.
Darn.
Say it again.
What part? For the pre-cruise hotel, Intercontinental.
Intercontinental. Now, what did you find out about that? Is there a group rate or what's going on there? Because I feel like Larry. Oh no, that was Fort Lauderdale, wasn't it? I like that hotel we stayed at in Fort Lauderdale, but you're right. This is Miami. So, okay.
So here's what I did. So it's still going to be a little bit more pricey, even with a group rate. But there's a Holiday Inn, Hilton, right in the same area. So there'll be options for people.
Okay.
But they're going to give me the group rate. I
got to figure out why, Larry, you're cutting out, and I don't like it one bit. I mean, not bad. It's not the worst. I mean, you are at sea. Maybe get closer. Maybe that'll fix it.
Oh, I can't get too much closer.
Yes, you can, Larry. Look at you. Look at you.
I'm about to put away.
Okay, I like it. I like a good group rate, says Brandoline 94. What is the rate, Larry? That's what Lindy Lou wants to know.
I don't know what the group rate is yet. They're going to send that to me. But my rate when we just was about $240.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, there's deals to be found. And just because we got a group rate doesn't mean that you got to stay there. You can come to the meetup if you're close enough. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. There is that. You know what I'm saying?
It's right. It's a 7-minute walk to Bayside.
What was the hotel we stayed at? Is Arnold Kump here? I wouldn't mind knowing if Arnold Kump is in the place, because when we did Bromania 1.0, we literally stayed in a hotel directly across the street from Bayside.
It was probably the Holiday Inn.
Oh, okay. All right, because Brian from How We Cruise said it was kind of beat up. I don't remember it being beat up at the time, but I do remember that the hotel we stayed at afterwards was much nicer, but that was in Fort Lauderdale because it was closer to the airport. Yeah, it must have been the Holiday Inn. I liked that hotel. I definitely liked being able to fly my drone right there. Even though I flew the drone over the wrong ship at the time, I thought I was flying Freedom of the Seas, but I was flying Independence of the Seas. That's another story. But I did like that angle of it all. Okay, so Larry, how has the food been? Have you had a shrimp cocktail?
Yes.
Is it your typical Carnival shrimp cocktail, or have they kicked it up a notch? Like, bam!
No, it's the same.
Okay. All right. How about the service? How about your servers in the main dining room? That I want to know.
They've been very good. Extremely good. We did eat at your bank last night, and the service was so bad that our waiter apologized to us when we were leaving. He said they were just overloaded. This ship is so crowded. It's really crowded. Don't remember it this way on Mardi Gras, but lines for everything. There's like 6,000 people on board.
Yeah, I know Stella's really excited to go on that ship, and a crowded ship is never a good thing, regardless of the size, right? Like, it could be a smaller ship that's crowded. It's still, I don't know. The overwhelmed thing just rubs me the wrong way, Larry, and I'm just going to be honest. Now, I get it. Maybe I know they're probably still working on staffing, and I'm still going to cruise and enjoy myself, but I'm also going to be the judgy judgerson that I am and rate the experience. And, you know, I feel like post-COVID, we've gotten past the being overwhelmed thing. They knew what was coming, right? I feel like much like the airlines, and I hope I'm wrong here, but I feel much like the airlines, some of these cruise lines are just like, take it or leave it. This is what you get. You know what I'm saying? When I was on Mardi Gras, it was 70% capacity. From now on, they're all 100% or more. Takes some getting used to, but Horizon isn't a 6,000 passenger ship, so should be good. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, the overwhelmed thing only goes so far when you see it almost everywhere you go. Now, staffing issues notwithstanding, I get it. But I'm not going to sit here and kowtow either. They knew what was coming, and if they can't meet the demand, then maybe, I mean, I understand they're trying to make money, but if you're going to book to the point where you're overwhelmed, don't get upset when your customers aren't happy with the service because the staff is overwhelmed. If you know how many people are coming and you know how many staff you have, by now the cruise lines have figured out what's manageable. If they're still doing it and saying, oh, sorry about that, then, you know, I'm just saying. So, cruise director, who is it? The Flying Scotsman. Okay. All right. He was on the Vista with us.
Which I just have to tell you, that just doesn't make anything. It just, I don't know why. Who the cruise director is, it's meaningless. He comes out before the show, a few things, but that's my, I really a gripe, but their atrium being the 3 stories where they do the shows at night, it's really cool, but it doesn't hold anyone.
Yeah.
So I got there the last 3 an hour before the show. And then you know what happens. Everybody the show starts and they start standing in the aisles. They want to squeeze between you. It's just not, the venue doesn't hold people. It's the ship. It needs to be like in a big theater. The show was really good, but I don't know. Just the venues aren't big enough. Comedy Club was great, and the venue was huge. It accommodated basically everybody last night. It's just like that. Shebang took 2 hours last night, I think, and an hour tops. And then our dining room tonight maybe took 40 minutes. He was awesome. So,
well, that's good.
But I agree. We're having a great time. Don't dwell on how long dinner's taking that.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta, yeah, it truly was. Oh, you're right. Savannah was on the Vista. You know, the Flying Scotsman, where I saw the Flying Scotsman was on the Mardi Gras with York and Lisa. That's where he was. Larry, I have an idea.
Yeah.
So are you on a phone or your iPad?
Phone.
Okay. And is your phone like on a desk?
Yes.
Okay. So imagine this is the desk, my microphone. Okay. Is there any way you can take like the binder that they give you for room service or something, like a book, something, and put it close to your phone to where it's similar, like, again, bear with me here. Imagine this is the book, right? Or something flat, and you can put it behind the phone so it creates an angle like this that'll catch your voice.
Well, right now it's us as Queen of Hearts first.
Right. You find, but what do you got in there that you could, that's flat and long besides the obvious?
If you saw our room.
I came for the funny, not the science class. I'm just trying to make it so so they can hear you. No, yeah, oh, what is it? Oh, okay. Did you put something there?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see if it works. Larry's like, nah, man, this is what you get. Well, fair enough. Alyssa Dorman, glad to see ya. I haven't seen that name before, I don't think. We did a back-to-back on the Mardi Gras, and we're spoiled with 50% and 60% capacity in January of 2022. I'm certainly glad cruising is back. However, it will be a different experience next time I'm on an XL ship. Yeah, you know, I get it. It's these cruise lines have a lot of losses to make up from COVID, and I'm certainly willing to deal with it, obviously, because we have, right, Larry? I mean, we've dealt with it, but that doesn't stop me from, you know, voicing my opinion. That's just what I do. Everyone knows that. I'm constantly like looking for a reason to or at the very least.
And now, Deep Thoughts by The Rooster.
You know what I'm saying, Larry? It's like
So it's like that. So we have a great room steward. He's tremendous, and he said from the first day, I do your room once a day.
Yep.
And I'm fine with that. I don't need it done more than once a day. So things like that, I don't care.
No, I don't care about that either. I really, truly don't care about that either.
When you go to a bar, and 50 people there, they have 2 bartenders. I mean, come on. You get aggravated and you finally leave. They need more staffing for 6,000.
Yeah, no, agreed. And they know what they need. And I'm certain.
Right. They know. I bet 75% of the people have the drink pack. So it's like if it takes you 20 minutes to get a drink, we're not making the extra money. So, and then you go to another bar and they'll have 4 or 5 bartenders there. It's just the consistency is lacking a little. But again, I'm not going to make small things like that spoil. We're still having an amazing time. It just you kind of go to the places that are staffed a little better. So.
Right. Exactly. And you know, when it all comes down to it, it's all, you know, I don't want to be cynical. So I'm not going to go there because at the end of the day, there hasn't been a cruise that I've ever stepped off the gangway after that I didn't have a great time. You know what I mean? Larry, you're frozen. Sure. Your image is frozen.
Oh no.
But you know, I don't know. We can hear you. We can hear you just fine, and you're smiling pretty. So it's not, you know, it's not an issue. Let's see if I close you out and turn you back on, if that helps anything. Let's see if I do this. Show on stream. No.
Nope. Fine.
Your phone didn't go black, did it? Like the screen? Can you still see yourself in it?
Yes, I see you too. You're scratching your eye.
All right. Well, I don't know. You'll catch up sooner or later. You are in the middle of the high seas, so it's fine. And quite frankly, if they can see you smiling and hear you talking, it's totally fine. You know what I'm saying?
This is one thing. Do you remember we were on Liberty?
Liberpendence? Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. And you'd be around the pool deck, and the guys would come around with a cart of beer. They'd have beer, they'd have seltzers, but they'd have them on a big push cart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on this ship, you go to the Red Frog Tiki Bar,
Yep.
and there'll be 60 people there, and 30 of them want frozen drinks. Take forever. And then the other 30 people just want a quick beer. Why can't they just get one of those big carts out in the middle of the pool deck and sell beer from there? Right?
Good. Yeah, great point. Great
Speed
point.
things up.
Yeah. Usually, though, on those carts, whatever's on there is like an upcharge.
No, it's usually beer, seltzers.
Okay.
Part of the drink package.
All right.
So that was just an idea I had. As I'm standing at the tiki bar when people come up to order frozen drinks, and they have to look over the menu and ask the bartender a number of questions about what's in every one of them.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's all, everyone does their cruise the way, in their own way, right? So, the oblivion or the self-unawareness of so many people when they finally made it to the front of the line, knowing how frustrating it was for them waiting to get to that point, has always intrigued me, right? Like, you're standing in line at guest services and people are sitting there going, oh, really? You got to ask that? And then they get up to guest services and they're like 20 minutes later still asking questions. Like, I know what you're saying. Like, that's the way it goes. But you know what? On the Coop Cruise, Sharon has assured me that she has convinced the captain to run that ship at 32% capacity, which means that there's going to be like 27 more people other than our group on the ship. So we don't have to worry about that. Yes. Slinky. And yes, I'm totally kidding. Sharon did not tell me that. I was lying. I'm pretty cool with the cabin stewards. I feel they don't make enough money for all that they do. Cabin stewards' average salary is between $650 and $1150 a month. That is just absolutely fascinating to me. Is that before tips? Because how many rooms are they managing? Like, on any given cruise, right? Like, because I usually give no less than 100, right? In a week's time. So I don't know. Maybe. Lake Placid is only sailing at 50%. Speaking of Lake Placid, I took the douche canoe out the other day with the Ragsdales on Labor Day weekend there. Or Memorial Day. Was it late? No, it was Labor Day. Sorry.
Labor Day.
Yeah. And we had a great day out there on the river. Little, opening on the river called the Gravel Pits. Rope swings. Nice place to hang out. And on the way back, we're cruising through. And I'm doing about 30 miles an hour right behind York. Bunta's live at the time. And all of a sudden, my boat jolts. Like, the back end of my boat goes down and the front end of my boat goes up. And I noticed the trim of my boat went from 0 to 50%. We hit a freaking sandbar. So I can tell you this much. We were still about 5 miles away from home, and my boat managed to function properly the rest of the way. But I guarantee you, on some level, the douche canoe was damaged in that moment. Everybody stopped. We were all like, what happened just now? And Bunch's live on Facebook group, like, giving the play-by-play. I'm like, dude, what just happened? Anyway, Diamond Dave is here. Diamond Dave, I only have one thing to say to you, and that is, I can't drive 55, yeah. Sorry. Gotta do it. Diamond Dave, Ledford. You give him an extra 100 with 3, so my extra 20 isn't too bad for a solo. That's pretty tidy in the cabin, I guess. Some people pay $5 per bag to porters. I'm cheap, or are they nuts? We pay $3 a bag to the porters. How about you, Larry? I don't mean to put you on the spot.
I had 4 bags, 10.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I think if I want to take 20 minutes ordering, I will. It's my vacation too. Absolutely, Angela. It is your vacation. Do your thing. It's not about like the speed and tidiness of it all, right? Like by the time you get the server there serving you, you want to make sure you get what you want. I was kind of more leaning towards like at guest services when people sit there and like flail their arms around and gesticulate about how long the person in front of them is taking, and then they get up there and take twice as long. That's all.
It's to me, everybody has their right to spend as much time as they want with whatever they're doing on the cruise. Yep. My observations are from cruise ships of ways to speed up process. That's all. Just like that, if you just want a beer, there should be a place just to get a beer versus tiki bar with the frozen drink. And typically, I don't care how long it takes to sit there and enjoy that atmosphere. But I just look at certain ways that they could speed up. Our room guy, I can't ask for a better guy. I mean, he's been phenomenal.
All right, here's my.
I mean, the old days, they would come in at night just to pull your sheet down and put a chocolate on your pillow. I mean, that's really wasn't needed.
No, but it's appreciated. All right, here's the last experiment I'm going to try. Larry, for the rest of the live stream, I'm just going to need you to talk really loud. We usually give the porter $20. Mike says I overpack. Yeah, I tend to tip the porters better because I have noticed, maybe not so much incoming, but outgoing, that the porters definitely have an impact on the amount of time you spend once the luggage has been picked up on disembarkation to getting through customs. Just going to put that out there as a pro tip. A nice tip to the porter ahead of time may get you through customs just a skosh quicker. Paul Addis says, I remember sailing on the old F Sur Star and getting a night reach around before bed. You know, I wish I hadn't read that comment. I really, well, you know, reaching around the cabin door to adjust your door magnet? Thanks, Paul. We just got home from dinner, says Wendy Johnstone. Well, listen, Wendy, glad to have you. Flamingo Pam says, yes, more to the porter, huffing it all the way to the shuttle. Marsha, do most people leave their bags outside the door at night before getting off the ship, or do they walk their bags off? Well, for me, Marsha, I pack so much crap, I have to leave my bags out. There's no way I can carry it. On Alaska, I had 2 large suitcases, 2 carry-ons, and a backpack. So there you go. I had a porter once tell me he was taking my bag to my cabin, a whole spiel of BS. I still tipped him $2 per bag, and they made it fine. Yes, indeed.
So you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
So we got to the port at about 1 o'clock, give or take a minute. I was stepping on the ship at 11:07. The whole thing took 7.
Wait. I thought you said you got to the port at 1 o'clock and you boarded at 11:07.
No, got there at 11. I checked my bags, left the porter at 11 o'clock, walked in the building, and was walking on the ship in 7. It was unbelievable.
Well, let me ask you this. What kind of room do you have?
Inside, it's horrible.
Okay. And are you platinum? What's your story?
No, I'm gold.
Okay, so you're a scrub on Carnival. I like it. Wendy Johnstone says, I love the Stelly cam. Stella is such a great personality. Yes, indeed. Although at this age, Stelly cam is done and gone with. That's all I have to say that. I have noticed, though, that I can't recall a cruise that was really a bad embarkation in a while. Like, it's been pretty quick lately. They've kind of dialed that in. Oh, my God, Lolo Dash. Lori DeShields in the place. Dashel. Here's what I want to know is how come Lori Dashel hasn't booked the Coop Cruise 2025 yet? Vegas Mama in the place. Last October took 45 minutes to retrieve bag after disembarking. That's a bummer. The only time I've had a bad experience boarding the ship was the Harmony. No. Was it the Harmony? No. It was Mardi Gras. Everyone in our group got called through after the COVID testing except me. And we just kept waiting and waiting and waiting. It was a whole mess, but we finally did make it on board. But the COVID stuff, it's long forgotten in terms of how it was immediately following. I'm used to getting all of us packed, and the medication bathroom bag is one of its own. Okay, Lori. So, Larry, how is the beauty doing? And where is the beauty at this moment?
I believe she's hopefully winning it big in the casino. I invited her to be on the live stream.
Well, we know how that goes. She says she doesn't want to be on it, and she tells me to keep the camera out of her face, but about 3 hours later, she's like, I'm 50! So I get it.
Sometimes.
I wish we could see you, Larry. I mean, we see you, Larry, but your video is still frozen. Here's what I suggest.
Yeah.
Leave the live stream and come back.
All right, I'll give it a go.
Let's see if it works.
All right.
Hold on a second.
We lock eyes from across the room, and I feel like I'm about to explode. And I clench my hands tight, so I won't unleash it too soon. Give to me what I am owed, and I'll wrap you up. Now we play hide and seek, and my heart rate climbs up above 130.
All right. Let's see if it worked for old Ladin here. Let's see, Larry. Still waiting for him to join. And that's when we lost Larry. Maybe he'll return with the beauty. Well, let's hope so. But, I mean, if I know the beauty, it's going to take a while. But yes, John, Uh-oh. What is she saying? What is she saying? But yes, John, I'll get with my sister Sharon at Sea, America's travel agent, and book the Coop Cruise. I like it. Slinky Angle King likes the sexy music. Well, that means you're dirty and you like it. I will just say this. The still was fine. No, I agree, Daniel. I was fine with the still too. But I figured we might as well try it. Hitting the buttons is always fun. I'd rather Larry than the live chat on screen. Well, Paul, your theory has been debunked by all the comments from people who watch the show after and enjoy seeing the comments on screen. So you all can suck it. Jamie from Sharon at Sea, I'm looking at you right now. It ain't going away. It's staying. It's staying here. It's staying here. Okay? Smash the buttons. That's right. I told you you'd get an infection. I don't know how many people have liked the post or have liked the live stream, but I'd like to think that a lot have. But apparently, people still haven't figured out how to do that. It lags like an MFer? What lags? Oh, Paul, don't give me that. I don't need that in my life. Just pretend it's good. Everybody pretend it's good. 38, John, says Brandoline94. All right. Only ship I have trouble getting on is the ship show. Import 1 week, gone the next. Big Pap, glad to have you. Big Pap will be on the Coop Cruise. Head of security, boss of Chip Minsky, dare I say. I know Paul has Chip Minsky on the payroll, but I believe Big Pap makes the calls when it comes to what Chip Minsky can and cannot do. Slinky Angle King says, be a cruise creator supporter. All right, let me also say this. I had a nice conversation with my good friend Jamie from Sharon at Sea the other day. Because I get a lot of flack about content. Oh, you don't put out content, blah, 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 blah. And it's understandable and rightly so, if I'm being honest. But I've had a vlog completed, like done, from the Allure of the Seas last year that I just haven't put out. And honestly, it's because the dynamic has changed in the YouTube space, where, no disrespect to anyone who's doing news, because that is what's working. People aren't. The amount of time I spend on making a vlog that is entertaining, the juice just isn't worth the squeeze, if that makes any sense. Especially at this time of year when I've got family obligations, Stella's got all of her extracurricular activities, and golf, right? It gets me in the subcockles when I put out a video that I spent a lot of time on, and it just doesn't get the views. I've always said I'm not trying to grow my channel, but I do like to share my content, and it just doesn't, the juice isn't always worth the squeeze. But what I've decided lately is, especially with winter coming around, I might try like a different format, less razzmatazz and more content, see what happens. But I do want to put out this video with me and Tony getting ready to go on the Allure of the Seas. I think it will be fun for people. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I know the people watching the live stream will watch the vlog, and I appreciate that. But oh yeah, you got me in the subcuckles, Slinky. That's not the first time or the last. And Big Pap, you're not allowed to retract messages, okay? That's not allowed here. Larry probably took that opportunity to go find out what the beauty was up to. It was like, you know what? I did my part. It's not my fault the rooster couldn't get my audio dialed in. I'll email you what I've got so far, but I think the hotel Larry spoke of has rooms with couches. Okay. Yeah, I like the razzmatazz too, Wendy Johnstone, and that's it. That was one of the most disappointing things about creating content lately is that I came to the realization that it's not appreciated as much. I love getting the shot, but I just I don't know. And enough of that. I was hoping Larry would come back. I had a few more questions. You do make people smooshy, as well as pictures of food. You smoosh that too, Slinks. Larry has left the building. Well, that's fine. That's fine, because now it gives me an opportunity to tell you all what I really think of Larry. Love the guy. Love him. Your edge is that you're different to me, says Wendy. And you're so funny. I love your singing. Entertaining vlogs kick ass all over the news. However, there is one cruise news that is highly entertaining. Yes, Tony Barnett. That's the highly entertaining cruise news, in my opinion. Not only that, but the technical efficiency of it all and how he puts it all together and keeps you interested. One of my heroes. And I may be speaking out of turn, but there may be another Tony and Rooster cruise coming up soon. You know, just saying. It doesn't all have to be a surprise. We may be working out a new cruise that we can do together. I told him I wanted to go opulent, like Kevin Counts style. Let's do something crazy. But, you know, for all we know, it'll be MSC. Well played, Jody girl. Larry is on vacation. Enough said. I'm going to message Larry right now. I'm going to be like, hey, man, what'd you do? Where's Larry? There he is. Where'd you go, Larry? We'll see if he... I know Larry wants to come back. Kathy L., I find everyone in the chat and you and Larry entertaining. Well, thank you. Slinky says I'm partial. Yes, I get it. I'm partial to Matt. So I totally get it. Scott wants to know what the Menti code is. Let's see. I think I deleted it. I did. But what's this? Let's just have some fun. What's this? Oh, never mind. It was nothing. See, this is what I like about making content. This. The shot. That's what I like. That's what I like. That's all I can say. Well, I think we lost Larry, and it's a shame. But thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. Tries that. I don't know why Larry can't get back, but I certainly don't blame him for like rolling. So, for those of you who only tuned in for the lawn update, yes, the lawn is doing just fine. I've got some fertilizer coming in this week, as well as an extra 7 pounds of Black Beauty seed just to kick it up a notch in the weak spots. Wait till next year. Wait till spring of next year. I cannot wait. I have gone all in my lawn. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's like, where's Waldo? We need an ABC coop game called Locate Larry. We place Larry on the ship and see who finds him first. Daniel Fields. Sounds like an event you could host. Speaking of which, I'm going to make a post here in the Facebook group, most likely the Ship Show page. Real funny, Paul. Real funny. Although it might work if you left it sit out for a while and put the proper breakdown agents on it. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm going to put a post in the group. I know there's a lot of people who are booked on the Coop Cruise in 2025 that want to host events. I'm going to put a post out there. We're going to find out who wants to host events and what their ideas are so that we can take stock and make sure that we plan accordingly so that we don't overwhelm the cruise. So stay tuned for that. I'm also this week or next week going to finally bring back the 80s bracket that we always talked about doing. And if you are an OG, you know what I'm talking about. We did the Yacht Rock bracket to find out which was the best yacht rock song of all time. Starting next week, we're going to do the 80s rock bracket. Find out what's the best 80s hair band rock song of all time. So don't tell me in the comments what you think it is. Lolo Dash, no, we're not going to do that because, I mean, that's a weighted competition. We all know who'd win. Although you'd lose that one, honestly, Lolo Dash. But I know what you're saying, and props to you, my friend. What the heck, Larry? Just rolled out on me. That's all right. That's all right. You're fired. You're fired, Larry. You left me in the dust. Uh-oh. I just got asked to join the Ship Show Facebook group by a person who had a different name recently that I kicked out of the group. So I'm going to hit decline here. She changed her name and tried to rejoin again. Okay. 80s yacht rock, I thought there was only rock. No. Flamingo Pam back in the day. That was the thing. We did a whole yacht rock bracket, 64 songs. We broke it down to one. I mean, that's all I can tell you. Well, I don't think there's anything else I can do to... I mean, we shouldn't hijack Larry's vacation. What time is it where Larry is? It's probably only 8 o'clock, right? So we'll let him enjoy the rest of his cruise, and I will leave with this. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. For some reason, I like to end the show this way. I don't know why, but I just do. So this is how we're going to end it. Let me fix the audio.
Welcome to the 2019 Ship Show Hair Pageant. A big shout out to all you beautiful people that submitted your photos. And first up, it's the ladies.
Can you guys hear that? I don't think you can.
Woo-wee! Looking good, ladies. Next up, it's the men. Show us what you got, fellas. You did us proud, fellas. There you have it, folks. The 2019 Ship Show Hair Pageant. You will get to pick the winners. Stay tuned.